It's The Deal with Villarreal on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
I don't know what the big deal is. I really don't.
All right, look.
Okay, here's the deal.
All right, look. All right, look. Here's the. All right, look.
Okay, here's the deal.
All right, look.
Okay, here's the deal.
All right, look. Here's the deal.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 8, the Christmas Eve episode. I am Villarreal. This is The Deal. Joined, as always, with Pimpy K. Man that makes this stuff happen come to you. If not, I'm just talking into some shit that doesn't work. That's how that works. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sometimes that's how this works.
Sometimes that's how it works anyway. 'Cause that's what kind of shit happens to us. Anyways, guys, we're here. It is the night before Christmas Eve. Hopefully most of you are chilling with the family or doing whatever it is you do for your Christmas holidays or your Hanukkah holidays or your Kwanzaa or your whatever the fuck else you do.
D-Folk said it the other night on the Pimpy Cast. It's Merry Christmas Hanukkah or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's too hard. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
Just enjoy whatever you do, man.
That's just some
I don't care.
worthless random bullshit that only D-Folk would know.
Yeah, do whatever it is you do and enjoy it. Enjoy the people you're with. Thanks for joining us for a minute. If any of those people have sensitive ears, probably should put them in another room because it's probably going to go sideways at some point.
All right, I'll be back.
I almost feel like I should apologize for the way I ended last show.
Well, what happened?
I went back and listened to my Donald Trump rant. That shit got really angry.
Oh, dude, piss and vinegar. That's all right. That's what the show is.
That's the only reason I'm not. I said I feel like I should apologize. I'm not apologizing because I don't fucking care. I hate that piece of shit more and more every day.
I want to apologize because when I sit in this chair, no matter what happens, I look like I have this real fat gut.
We literally talked about that for like 10 minutes before we went on air.
Well, it's.
We determined it's a camera issue, though.
Well, if we're going to talk about issues and shit that concern me.
I have a giant dome. That's just because I have a giant dome.
I know, I've seen it.
It's huge.
Oh, you're talking about your head.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Cranium.
Exactly. So here's what I've decided to do. I'm not going to apologize for my rant on Trump because he's a flying piece of shit, and I can't stand him. I did see from a very reliable source, a.k.a. the Inquirer, as I was leaving Walgreens today, that Vladimir Putin is supporting Trump and says that together they will wipe out ISIS.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Inquirer, so it's probably, sadly, the most reliable news source we have because they don't try to twist anything. They just try to put out outlandish, stupid shit.
One's bald.
And
they're both bald, but one wears a poodle on his head.
Yeah, he's got that decrepit squirrel, Trump does. And then Putin's, the guy's just a gangster. But anyways, it's Russia. We talked about that. We won't beat that horse again. So what I've decided to do is we're going to talk about the crappy, sad stuff at the beginning of the show.
Wait,
hopefully we'll escalate from there.
Russians beat horses?
Russians probably beat horses. They probably fuck. I don't know. I don't know what they do. They do pretty much whatever they want to and whatever they can to survive in that frozen shithole of a fucking place.
The U.S. needs to start stepping it up. That sounds really cool.
Yeah. I hate to tell you, U.S., but we're soft as shit. Anywho. So, I have to comment real quick. I'm not going to spend much time on it. Do you know about Lakeisha Holloway? Have you heard about this chick?
I think DJ brought
it's
up...
right here.
DJ, listen, here's the funny thing. I asked DJ if he had any current affairs he wanted to talk about on the last episode of the Pimpy Cast. He's like, man, there's this one bitch, Lakeisha. And I was like, man, I'm trying to be serious. Because, he says shit like that all the time.
Yeah, you don't ever know what he's talking about.
Yeah, well, he's married to a black chick. So he calls her Keisha, Lakeisha, all kinds of shit all the time. So I automatically
They're the most not socially acceptable couple on the planet.
He was actually talking about a real bitch that ran some motherfuckers over.
Yeah, that's legit.
We talked about this on the Pimpy Cast.
So even more recent for me to not spend a lot of time on it. But it does warrant a mention.
No, it's a different show.
It warrants a mention. Yeah,
I cover things you cover. Fuck it.
So Lakeisha Holloway, if you don't know, is a 24-year-old woman who, for no apparent reason that we can tell so far, decided to take her car in Las Vegas and just accelerate and go down a sidewalk. And she killed a 32-year-old woman and sent over 30 people to the hospital. And they are charging her right now with murder, numerous counts of attempted murder, and also child abuse. I don't know what the child. I don't know if
she had a child in the car with her.
Is that what that was?
Yeah,
okay.
like an infant child, I believe. Right now,
three infant children, or 3 children.
Our sit-in AP says it was 3.
Yep, we have a guest AP, by the way. The lovely Miss Sherry is joining us. And as everyone, if you've listened to the show, you know what AP means. Beer handler.
That's right.
That's what that means. But anyways, so she appeared in court today. I guess it was just like an arraignment. They said she was in court for like 2 minutes. She's being represented by public defenders, which makes me very happy because I hope they do a horrible job.
She should be in prison right next to that
She's
bitch that ran people over at the Rose Bowl parade. Remember that?
Well, there was one that was it Venice Beach? Didn't a chick take a car down Venice Beach, or a dude? I think it was a dude actually. Went flying down Venice Beach and mowed down a bunch of people as well. So, but anyways, I just wanted to give an update on that story if you guys have been following it. She appeared in court. Nothing really happened. Her attorneys have asked for a 30-day delay because they are assuming there's going to be additional charges filed. Yeah, probably. Because you're a steaming pile of shit. So enjoy your Christmas getting raped by large, burly women. Lakeisha Holloway.
Well,
jingle bells to you.
Hopefully she was drunk, so she at least covered one of the Christmas crimes.
Yeah, we did cover the Christmas crimes. She definitely, I think that's got to count as some sort of, we had domestic violence. What was it? Sexual battery. Okay. She definitely fucked some people over.
So what I heard essentially was that she's from like Oregon or something like that, or Washington.
It said
she was on her way to meet her baby daddy.
They think she's from Oregon. They're not sure yet.
But supposedly she was on her way to meet her baby daddy, which was like in Texas or some shit like that, which is Vegas is on the way.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? You got the kids. Let's hit Vegas. Let's hit 40 people on the sidewalk.
I don't get it.
I don't either, man. I don't get people in general, so whatever. Lakeisha Holloway, you're our asshole of the day.
No, I was talking about that she only killed one person. I mean, what kind of story is that?
I mean, she definitely half-assed it, but anyways, we're kidding, sort of. We do have some really good news. I got to get a shout out to
on this show.
Yeah, I know, right? We had to give a shout out to Cheris. She hit me up on the Twitter. That's at Chad Villy. At Chad Villy for Twitter. Search Chad Villarreal on Instagram or Facebook. Instagram, it has no space. Just look for the deal logo.
Oh man, that means I gotta add the Instagram page.
You do,
to
man.
The contact
You're
slide.
slacking.
Son of a bitch.
But she hit me up and said that there was a
Cheris owes us some titties. That's all I remember.
Cheris she's all over right now. That might happen. I don't know.
Well, she offered it.
Well, there you go. But she hit me up and said there was a Beer Me company coming to Pensacola. Excuse me, I'm burping because I'm drinking beer. But Beer Me is a beer delivery service. So we did a little research prior to going on the air. We have found that they have in fact filed for a business license. It appears that it is in process. So we'll keep you updated because that's exciting news. That because I don't know about you, but one of my biggest problems with drinking beer is that I have to move to get it. So if I can just sit and call someone and hey, I'm drunk, can you bring me beer? And they do that I'm pretty much on board with that.
Do you remember that feeling of elation you got when you turned 21 and the first time you walked into a convenience store and purchased beer, brought it to the counter, and you were able to actually legitimately walk out with it without running or anything?
I do. I was 17 years old.
I still get that feeling. I'm 34 and I still get that feeling every time I walk in and purchase beer.
I was fortunate to be like 8 feet tall, so it happened a little early for me, but
unless
baby-faced kid, but he's huge. Man, fuck it, give it to him.
Unless this company is gonna send like half-naked bitches to my door with beer, probably not gonna pay the extra cash I have to for them to bring it to me.
Hey,
gotta be honest.
If they'll bring you enough beer, the guy that brings it will look like a half-naked bitch, and you'll be fine.
I mean, I don't care if it's a guy or a girl, as long as it has a happy ending. Boom.
Everybody wins.
Well worth the tip money that we'll have to spend on that.
So we will keep you updated on the
because that's going to be some inflated ass beer costs.
Oh God, yeah.
I already drank at the ticket. Shit, that's expensive enough.
Exactly. By the way, they still don't sponsor us, but anyways.
Yeah, no shit.
This is such a travesty. I worked there last night. I ran the Tuesday night trivia game for them last night.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to that.
I filled in and yeah, it was a good time. I still like that place, but they really should sponsor us. They're moving. Do you know they're moving?
Yeah, to the Steak and Ale building.
I did. I just found that out last night.
That's been in the plans for a while. Just what I think the deal with it is that they didn't want to. That building's been abandoned for like 5-6 years.
Yeah, forever.
So
yeah.
I think what they were asking for it was way crazy for a building that they're obviously not able to sell. So
right.
I think they were just waiting until that number got to a point that was
to
good
a reasonable
for them.
level.
Which is really awesome because they've got one standalone building already, which is the one downtown, which is
correct.
Which is Tres.
Used to be a Burger King.
It did. Still looks like one, really.
Yes, it does.
And they they run into issues, specifically at T1. It's an older building.
Just real quick, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, the Ticket Sports Bars, there's 3 locations. You got Ticket 1, which is
University
northwest
Mall
corner
complex.
behind University Mall, next to the Mexican restaurant. Then you've got Ticket 2, which is at the corner of Pine Forest and 9 Mile in the shopping center. Ticket 3 is on Gregory, downtown.
About 3 blocks east of McGuire's.
Correct. There you go. That's a good marker. But anyways, that's what we're talking about. Carry on. I don't know what you were saying. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, no, but, they deal with a bunch of shit because they don't own the 2 of their locations. They don't own the building they're in. So.
Right. Yeah, that was my understanding. Is they'll be able to own these.
And the Mexicans that run the...
Yeah, my people. Keep going. Keep
I
talking.
really didn't have to say that, but seriously, the people that own the Mexican restaurant, if that makes you feel better, owns that little lot right there, and they don't really do shit. When it's rained and the roof is caved in.
Yeah, they've had fires and
And God bless Scott and Todd. They do everything they can to get that place, keep that place in good shape, but they don't get any help from their slumlords. So it's going to be really nice.
The visibility.
I'm going to miss that building. That's the original Ticket. I'm going to miss the fuck out of that spot.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I'm not going to miss it at all.
I grew up drinking there, man. I mean,
I grew up drinking at Chan's, and that shit's gone in a hotel now, so my dreams are all crushed. But anyways, congrats to the Ticket.
Was that the place with the volleyball court that was also behind the mall?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, I was never old enough to drink
I think
there.
there's a Hampton Inn there. I wasn't either. But but one of the owners of the Ticket establishment helped me out. I'm kidding, sort of. Sorry, Todd.
No, that was Todd's spot.
Yeah.
That and Big Daddy's.
Any hoozles. But congrats to the Ticket. I know the visibility out on the Davis Highway is going to help them a lot. So
absolutely.
Good luck with all that good stuff. I didn't prepare a lot for today, and I want to tell you why.
Because you're lazy?
I want to tell you the second reason why.
Okay.
Okay, let's make it the third reason why. Okay. So the second reason why is because my day job is giving me the old Christmas shaft. But the third reason being is the nature of the season is relaxation, good times with people you want to hang out with, all that kind of stuff. So I kind of just came up with a rough game plan of what I wanted to do today. A couple things we're going to address. We have a tiebreaker to deal with because the Detroit Lions beat the New Orleans Saints.
Now, can I ask you a question? This tiebreaker, will it all come to a conclusion for this show? Since this is the show before Christmas, I think singing the Christmas Carol after Christmas just wouldn't be that great of an idea.
That's a good point. I did not think about that. Well, what we may have to do, let
the AP come with something.
Yeah, you'd be thinking. I'll get you on that.
I've got bias on my side.
I tell you what, there's probably some fucking horseshit bowl game going on right now.
However,
we'll settle this shit tonight.
No.
Oh, no.
I don't want to bet on fucking Toledo and Northern Illinois or whoever the fuck it is.
I was under the impression that this was the deal with Villarreal and that I was fucking Villarreal.
Well,
Yeah, that's right, I am. All right, so here we go. Here's what we're going to do. This is how you determine important things. You make stupid, shitty bets.
I'm about to fucking load the PimpyCast presentation and change the odds on.
Yeah, that's the best part is you're one button away from me not existing at all. Yeah,
and then I'm just gonna talk in the cheesy fucking strip club DJ voice.
Thank
you for tuning in to the PimpyCast right here on the PimpyK Multiverse Network. Coming up to the main stage, Cheris. She's gonna show her titties.
Shout out to Cheris. Hey, by the way, we got
I get her name right now. You notice that?
You do. Congrats.
It's not Charisse anymore.
That's good. She never said a word to me about it. I
don't think I ever did.
Out with her,
I don't think I ever did it on the air. Could be wrong.
I don't know. Like we said, we don't listen to each other, so who knows?
Yeah, no shit.
All right, here's what I'm proposing. There's 8:55 to go in the second half of. I don't even know. I can't even. This is how fucking shitty this game is. Listen, hear me out.
I can't scout these games. Man. That's not fair.
Hear me out. No, I can't either. I can't even tell by the abbreviations who the fuck is playing.
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna do
5 to 7 or what?
We're gonna do real simple. We're gonna go Price is Right rules on the total score at halftime. That will be settled in roughly 15 minutes. It's 20-9 right now, so we're starting at 29. Bowling Green Falcons versus the Georgia Southern Eagles in the who gives a fuck about this shit bowl game. Their parents are not even there.
So
legit.
Basically, we're in the second. So we're betting on what the final score is going to be because that's what the show will be over before that.
No, not the final. I said the halftime score. There's 8:19 to go until half. Oh yeah, we're gonna make this shit happen.
Who's got the ball?
The Georgia Southern Eagles have it.
On what?
They are.
I need a full scouting report, son.
You know, can I be honest that ESPN's fucking website is maybe the shittiest sports website I ever deal with?
Yeah, since they updated their format, dude, I'm not
I do not like
a
it,
big
man.
fan either.
They don't have like a.
You know, I always bitch about ESPN, but I'm always there. It's
Oh,
just like
well,
it's just
you
like
can't,
I
yeah.
tell everybody, man, the ESPN power rankings are the most bullshit pile of horse shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yet every Tuesday I tune in to see where the Raiders are at.
Okay, all right, here we go. All right, so it is.
Or Dodgers, whatever season it be. I am wearing Dodger blue today,
I see that.
or Brooklyn blue, as I like to call it.
Okay, 1st and 10 at the Bowling Green 26. Georgia Southern. Oh wait, never mind. Hold on.
They just turn it over.
I think they just scored. What the fuck is happening right now? Gamecast, that's what we want.
I can tell you what's happening. Even that's got like a delay on it. I think we should rely on whatever the AP comes up with to settle this.
Okay, Bowling Green just scored a touchdown. It is 20-16 right now, so they got the extra point. 20-16.
No, that means that Georgia Southern just scored the touchdown.
I was supposed to say Georgia Southern just scored.
Okay.
No, I don't know what I said. I don't pay attention to what I said.
I don't like this. This isn't working.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. You like it? It's the last show before Christmas. We don't have a choice. We got to get this thing settled somehow.
Well, why don't we just go with the original idea and let the AP come up with a tiebreaker? We'll do it in the last segment.
I don't know if you've noticed her head shaking no, but it's happening a lot.
Dude, trust me. She says no to me all the time.
It takes us back to that rape story we went over.
She told me
ago.
she told me not to go to the poker room
Hey,
last night and spend $100.
By the way, can I
Still did it.
Here's something fun while we think about this. Can I read some tweets from our number one fan Cheris about that rape story we went over, but the two students, you know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
So quick recap: we had two college students, both of them got drunk. Texts were made from this girl to the guy telling him to make sure he brought condoms, and then
We covered all that.
yeah. Then she texted her friends, I'm getting some tonight, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward, she regrets it the next day, decides that she didn't want to have sex, so now he gets booted out of school, and she's fine to go. So, I'm going to read some of Cheris's comments, because she was definitely listening, and she definitely has an opinion on it. So she says...
I just have a feeling I know which side she's on, too, and that's awesome.
Yeah, she's 100% on our side on this thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She first text says...
And if she wasn't, she's no longer the number one fan on the show.
I wouldn't be reading this shit. But it says, at Chad Billy, I've got some co-text for you. I don't take that personally. I think it was intended towards the story. Then the next we have at
She
Chad
wants you
Billy.
to plug that bloody hole.
Check out the social warriors trying to free the nipple. I do know what she's talking about there, the free the nipple campaign. Chad Billy, that's fucking insulting to any woman who's actually been raped. I think I actually said that. But agreed. Another one here, that's why real victims aren't believed and cannot get justice, and why real victims don't come forward. I could not agree with that more.
Mm-hmm.
That cunt is why I hate postmodern feminism. They're why my male coworkers are afraid to work with me. Could not agree with that more. We are creating a generation of perpetual victims. Could not fucking agree with that more.
Cheris, you had me at cunt.
Yeah, for real. You were all over this shit. And she mentioned the Yale students that are petitioning to repeal First Amendment rights.
Ooh, I remember. You remember I said I was going to bring something up that I thought about at work?
I'm sure it's more important than the First Amendment.
No, it has a lot to do with this, dude.
All right,
a lot
go.
to do with this. Okay, so it was actually, the story was about schools and their dress
I have to interrupt
codes.
you for a second.
Okay.
Do you notice I have nothing planned and we're already running long on our first break? Go.
No. We started 30 seconds, so we're right there. So if we go 1 minute over, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm just
I mean,
saying,
I can do
that's
this when
always
we
how
get-
it happens.
If you want to go to break, I can do this when we get back.
I tell you, do that. Hold that thought. Let's go to break. Let's go ahead and knock this first break out.
Just like your Santa Claus thing, I'm not going to remember.
Yeah, I don't even know where I'm at right now.
Do you remember when you told me last episode to remind you about Santa Claus and something else?
Oh, fuck. I remember that story. All right, we'll do that.
Can we do
Remember
that too? But-
Santa Claus, Walmart. Remind
Yes,
me.
but
All right.
I get to
QAP.
go first because I'm probably going to forget.
All right, guys. This is the deal with Villarreal, Pimpy K. We'll be back in a minute.
Look to your left, glance to the right. Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some. It's time to get live, it's time to get crunk. Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some. Push them to the front, throw them to the back. Tell those And it's time to get ecstatic, everybody get erratic. My game's done, strapping bitches, lyrical Lawson. Hush then, feel the vibe like Parkinson. I'm marching out this motherfucker, chin up high. The Jersey Devils come, hope you're ready for the ride. If I drink some holy water, man, it make my mouth burn. And I'm never gonna learn till I end up in the urn. That's why I'm telling y'all to come and get some. I'm an arrogant bastard and you're falling victim.
Look to your left, glance to the right.
Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some.
It's time to get live, it's time to get crunk.
Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some.
Push them to the front, throw them to the back.
Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some.
It's time to lead a ride,
It's time to start the pit. Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some. You see the biggest motherfucker standing in the pit. I wanna see you wipe him out like he ain't worth shit. These are the perfect grounds, time to claim your throne. The baddest dog in the yard's gonna get the bone. If you feel what I say, tell him come and get some. Got him on the run, ain't stopping till the shit's done. An enemy of yours is an enemy of mine. I love my fan base and it's all damn time. Move, bitch, get out the way. It's time to get ludicrous and make this crowd sway. There's no need for rest until everyone is jumping. If you're sitting in the back, then you should've rethunk it. What the fuck you doing here? What the hell you pay for? To me, that's a low blow. Get your ass off the floor. I do this for the truest, the ones that feel the movement, the ones standing center stage, rocking to this music.
Look to your left, glance to the right.
Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some.
It's time to get live, it's time to get crunk.
Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some.
Push them to the front, throw them to the back.
Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some.
It's time to lead a ride,
It's time to start the pit. Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some. Love to feel the energy flowing deep inside of me. I feed off of y'all, man, that's just how I be. Throw your fist up if you're getting amped up, or throw your fist straight into the mouth of a pump. This is blood to territory, better not trespass. Locked and loaded and ready to whoop that ass. I'm planting the flag, this is my land now. United States is shanking, I go round for round. I got 8 knuckles to make your knees buckle. Slipping in your blood, get a killer to chuckle. You a sucker for bitch made, I'm nothing but a hit man. Come on full force with the resilience of a switchblade. With his on fire, let the motherfucker burn. Set it off with my flow, and I put that on my word. The underdog is here, and I fire in the first shot. To never underestimate, I'm twisting up the plot.
Look to your left, glance to the right.
Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some.
It's time to get live, it's time to get crunk.
Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some.
Push them to the front, throw them to the back.
Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some.
It's time to lead a ride,
It's time to start the pit. Tell those motherfuckers to come and get some.
Yo, this is Pimpy motherfucking K, representing Charnel House Records. From the COV, I got my homie Smokey Ramirez. Been laying it down with this cat for a number of years, you know what I mean? 2 old school ass veterans of the underground, laying in something proper like this, y'all. I'm an underground apostle, I'm angry and I'm hostile, and playing this game long enough to be a fossil. Possibly the biggest asshole in existence. Seven just an instant, you better keep your distance. Not too many people that are greater than or equal, strong enough to survive and make it to the sequel. I'm 5'7" inches and a quarter. Mean motherfucker with Napoleon disorder. Borderline schizo, mission with a pistol, and I cock the hammer back and then I launch it like a missile. And the jizzle be the bizzle when I pop it, when I rock it, and I talk so much shit and get shitty when I talk it. Lock it in the chamber, release it, let it go. Oh no, it's the popo, we pop it at the 5-0. Handful of evidence, incriminating photos. Stop another solo, that's the way the life goes. Get up, I'ma knock you back down, I'ma wear your ass out, smear your face in the ground. Panic, and I'ma take to the streets with a lead fleet of deadbeats, a multi-felon repeat. Get up, I'ma knock you back down, I'ma wear your ass out, smear your face in the ground. Panic, no biblical proportions, force it to the walls that forge the 4 horsemen. Smokey Ramirez, holla at your boy.
Pimpy K, what do you say if somebody died today while we getting hot today and we sliding right away to the hideaway a mile away? I'll be there in the Callaway Corvette, bet, blow a bitch up out of course. I'm more Viking and Viking, hyper than striking lightning while the vipers are biting, and I'm fighting with titans like Tom Lee and Bison, Ali and Mike Tyson, hitting Denzel when my fourth Lee remembers the Triton. Walter Cronkite couldn't broadcast my warcast, fucking Nostradamus couldn't forecast my warpath. Rolling over your city gets the front of my war raft, leave disease in the water like a fucking whore bath. I get the fuck of your soul rat, so stupid as bull rat. I'm a titty fucking monster, she can play the sword rat. Goes against a gas can from her head to a thorax, sleeping with a sword cat, thank Ramirez for that.
If you get up, I'ma knock you back down, I'ma wear your ass out, smear your face in the ground. Panic, and I'ma take to the streets with a lead fleet of deadbeats, a multi-felon repeat. Get up, I'ma knock you back down, I'ma wear your ass out, smear your face in the ground. Panic, no biblical proportions, force it to the walls that forge the 4 horsemen. Listen to me one time. Soldier priest got my back when attacking like a pack, and then we crack him, then we whack him, then we hack him, then we sack him, then we pack him in the back of an my conscience. Hustle when they watch, just proceed with the process. Eliminate the threat, move to disposal. The deal with the devil is a deadly proposal. It's the nature of the beast, the feast, and it leads when you reach the tip top to the fire repeats. You can glance to the past, the vast, the everlasting passion for the violence. You know it's surpassing. If you get up, I'ma knock you back down. I'ma wear your ass out, smear your face in the ground. Panic, and I'ma take to the streets with a lead fleet of deadbeats, a multi-felon repeat. If you get up, I'ma knock you back down. I'ma wear your ass out, smear your face in the ground. Panic, no biblical proportions, force it to the walls that forge the four horsemen. If you get up, I'ma knock you back down. I'ma wear your ass out, smear your face in the ground. Panic, and I'ma take to the streets with a lead fleet of deadbeats, a multi-felon repeat. If you get up, I'ma knock you back down. I'ma wear your ass out, smear your face in the ground. Panic, no biblical proportions, force it to the walls that forge the four horsemen. If you get up, I'ma knock you back down. I'ma wear your ass out, smear your face in the ground. Panic, and I'ma take to the streets with a lead fleet of deadbeats, a multi-felon repeat. If you get up, I'ma knock you back down. I'ma wear your ass out, smear your face in the ground. Panic.
This is Christopher Walken. You're listening to The Deal with Villarreal on Pimpy K's Multiverse Network. It's a good show. You should listen to it. If you don't, you're doing it wrong, and I'll have to drive to your house, knock on your door, beat your kids, and stab you in the face with a sodoming iron. So listen to the fucking show, and have a good night.
All right. Christopher
Jesus
Walken
Christ.
stepping it up for the deal.
So that was a surprise gift for me. I have not heard that before.
Merry Christmas.
I appreciate that, brother. I love that shit.
You want to hear it one more time?
Oh, God, do it again.
You know, this is a good friend of ours, Barry. He does a fucking this isn't his best. He does a magnificent Christopher Walken.
Oh, that's who that was?
Yeah, but you know, I'm
Dude.
starting to realize we're just really shitty drunk when we hear him do it. So typically
Yeah,
it sounds
it
so
sounds
much better.
But it's pretty good.
This is Christopher Walken. You're listening to The Deal with Villarreal on Pimpy K's Multiverse Network. It's a good show. You should listen to it. If you don't, you're doing it wrong, and I'll have to drive to your house, knock on your door, beat your kids, and stab you in the face with a sodoming iron. So listen to the fucking show, and have a good night.
Oh,
There it is.
Jesus, I can't like that anymore. I got to shout out to
that,
Barry.
That shall be a regular part of the show, my friend.
Oh, my God, I love that so much.
I think I'm going to put a little bit of music back in it. I think that would be a great fucking segment. of the
Oh,
show.
that is beautiful. So anyways, we're back to The Deal. I'm Villarreal. I'm very happy right now after hearing that. Of course, joined by Pimpy K. We ended last segment kind of in a flurry of ideas that we finally remembered because we both have shitty memories, evidently. I know I do. But I'm going to go first because I remember mine.
Yeah, but does yours have anything to do with the rape and any of that?
No.
Okay, well, mine did, and that's the
All right,
reason
go.
since it was fresh. All right,
That makes sense.
So I was reading this article essentially about dress codes for girls, like no spaghetti straps or bras
Right.
showing, no shorts here, skirts here, blah blah blah, and a lot of them are saying it's because it distracts boys, right?
Right.
And and one of the one of the commenters said something like, well, maybe first you should you should teach boys that women aren't sex objects and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
Right.
And I've heard that time and time again about, this way that women dress and blah, blah, blah.
For the record, this is the first time I've ever heard that women are not sex objects.
Right. That's
I've
my
never heard
thing.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so if women are not sex objects, which objects should I be having sex with? I just
That's a fair
don't
point.
I don't understand that. I mean, if at one point somebody is just going to decide that, fucking beer bottles are sex objects, I will shove my dick as far into that beer bottle as I can possibly get it. I promise you. But until then, I put my penis in vagina. It just happens the carriers of vaginas
Happen to be women.
happen to be women.
Totally unrelated. Do they make any beer bottles with smaller holes or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to have to rub up against the side or something, but I'll enjoy it.
Not important. Yeah.
Well, that's just if.
Totally unrelated. But
If you vote for Donald Trump, we will all have to fuck beer bottles.
you know what? Oh God, I'm not gonna do it, man.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
try
taking
it.
the bait. I'm not taking the bait.
I'm going to at least try it tonight.
That motherfucker makes me so angry. Makes me so motherfucking angry.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
Him and his Fucking mail order Russian shit brides.
Finally gonna be able to get with Bud Light like I've always wanted to.
You know what? That's a perfect point when we talk about Russia being a hard place to be and the fact that people there are gangster and tough because they have to be. If there's not any other proof on this planet than the fact that women are willing to marry Donald Trump to get the fuck out of that place.
Right.
I mean, that's like, okay.
Or any other fucking American.
It's this place or Dead Squirrel Head. I guess I'm going Dead Squirrel Head.
We're fat, scummy cowboys, man. Who the fuck would want to marry one of us?
That guy had the audacity to call somebody a disgusting pig once upon a time. But anywho.
Okay, so Santa Claus and Walmart.
So I was in the lovely world of Walmart, which it's just even thinking about going to Walmart makes me upset. I hate Walmart so bad. But as I was doing my rounds and trying to get the stuff I need to do to get out of there because I was dealing with the scourge of humanity, I happened to see a little girl who walked in. She had a Santa hat on. She was obviously very excited. She was with her mother, and they walked up to three what appeared to be managers for Walmart, and they had a big sign that said Santa Live, pictures, free pictures, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. Evidently, that had wrapped up. They had not taken the sign down. So this little girl wanted to know where Santa was.
Right, of course.
So as I rounded them, I kind of caught the conversation, and as I realized what was happening, I pretended to look at, I believe it was avocados. I don't even remember because I was 100% listening to the conversation. Mm-hmm. As three Walmart managers tried to explain to a little girl while Santa Claus wasn't there anymore.
Bullshit.
And they went so deep in lying to this child. By the way, if you think Santa's real, which of course he is.
Which is a good thing.
Just mute real quick. Yeah. So anyways, they explained to this little girl that Santa always came to Walmart. He liked Walmart because they had all the toys he needed.
And good prices.
But he did still like to make toys, which Walmart carries. These are words they actually said.
Walmart
carries
Santa
toys
Claus
that
toys.
Santa Claus makes.
Wow.
Okay? But because there were so many kids, he had to go back to the North Pole because he really had to pump out some more toys so that everybody could get what they needed for Christmas. I'm listening to these fucking assholes explain this to this child.
But did she buy into it?
Oh, she was fucking hooked.
Oh, well, that's all that matters, man.
I halfway think her mom was hooked. Her mom was kind of looking like, well, shit, that makes sense.
There's no telling what her mom was hooked on.
Yeah, no shit. But yeah, it was a special event, and I thought, wow, if I needed any more reasons to hate Walmart, there's one. But I ended up buying shit from him anyway, so fucking giant conglomerate won again.
Sorry, sweetie. Santa Claus ate in the Walmart deli and died of botulism.
Yeah, his organs fell out of his asshole. And
shit happens,
dead.
no pun intended.
But if you want to see him, just visit our butcher, and we've got some of him vacuum sealed for you. I found a funny story we need to talk about. There was a young gentleman. Are you looking at my screen right now?
I'm just looking at his picture. I'm not reading it.
Every bit as awesome as it looks. So if you're a fan of Breaking Bad, which I love Breaking Bad, fucking awesome show. You know what Los Pollos is. That was the cover restaurant that the black gentleman, I can't remember his name now, what the character's name was, but he was the meth overlord, so to speak.
Which is a knockoff of a Western chicken chain called El Pollo Loco.
Correct. That is correct. But anyways, a gentleman was arrested, a young man who looks a lot like Shaggy. It's the best way I can describe him. If you go to NBCChicago.com, you can find this story. But
definitely trailer trash, but since there's meth in the story, I can...
Well, he was arrested. He's been accused of running a meth lab twice.
Mm-hmm. Busted both times, or just accused of one in the past?
Well, he's gotten some shit over it. I haven't fully investigated. I came across the story the other day and just didn't have time to look into it as much as I want to. But the part I loved about it, it's my
status par.
Standard shit, yeah. But the part I loved about it is that the person coming out and speaking on his behalf is his mother, which leads me to believe he's definitely making meth.
Is that her?
No. That's some lady doing something sad we're not going to talk about. But anyways, so she claims that her son was actually making wine, and I got to tell you, I kind of hope he was making meth just because he got arrested in his mugshot. He's got the Los Pollos shirt on. That's just too fucking perfect to fuck up by not making the right thing.
Right.
Is it wrong that I want to ruin this kid's life? His name is Daniel Kowalski, by the way.
Yeah, that's like saying, and there's like web pages that cater to this stuff, like mugshots of people that are convicted of murder and they're wearing a shirt that says, I'm a killer.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
Like, kill people, I do. Yeah, that kind of shit.
Shit all the time.
It's fucking beautiful. I love it.
Or there was a video one time of a guy that was being arraigned for stealing a jersey, and he was wearing the jersey he stole at his arraignment.
Okay, I'm reading the head of the story a little bit more. It's not looking great for old Daniel. Was it Daniel? Yeah, Daniel Kowalski.
Oh, Daniel.
I don't want to ruin your life, Daniel Kowalski, who evidently lives near Chicago since this is on NBC Chicago. I don't want to ruin your life, Daniel Kowalski, Daniel Kowalski, Daniel Kowalski. But it says that officers found glass beakers, burners, chemicals, and instructional materials for making controlled substances.
Everything you need to make wine.
Oh, I'm not even done yet. Though the lab was not active, the statement said 12 jars, Jesus Christ, 12 jars of psychedelic mushrooms were also recovered. I went to Tate High School where we had a fucking gigantic 4-H club that just had cow shit everywhere, and I never had 12 jars of fucking mushrooms.
Shrooms may be the best part of cow shit, but in the end, it's still
they
cow shit.
Absolutely are, but they're awesome. Kowalski's mugshot showed him wearing the Los Pollos t-shirt from the show Breaking Bad, blah, blah, blah. He was charged with 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance, possession of methamphetamine manufacturing materials, and possession of methamphetamine precursors, all felonies, and a misdemeanor count of possession of drug paraphernalia, the statement said. So I think Daniel does not look like he's going to do well in jail.
No illegal production of alcohol?
No. Somehow the wine did not make the charge list.
I bet you they liked his wine, so they just let that go.
And his mother, Jan Kowalski, who is evidently eating a lot of those mushrooms, said that he had winemaking equipment, which is undoubtedly, I used to know a guy, his name was David. I won't give his last name, but he told his mother that he had a science project in the top of his closet, and it was an aquarium where he told his mother he was growing plants for a science project.
Hydroponic?
That he started in middle school, and at the point that I found out about it, he was a junior in high school. Somehow this, like the world's biggest science fair. I don't know, it just keeps going year after year.
He was growing hydroponic in his closet?
He was 100% growing weed in his fucking closet.
That's awesome.
What was even more awesome is he had a hognose snake that lived in the aquarium with the weed plants.
Well, yeah, that's how you keep motherfuckers out of your weed.
Yeah, so the motherfucker wants to go in there and grab a bud. It's a bad idea. But anyways, drugs are bad, kids, except for the good ones.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad. But anyways, yeah, I had to talk about Daniel Kowalski because this mugshot, you really need to. That's what I should have done. See, if I was prepared for my show ever, and I ever did the things that Pimpy K asked me to do, you would see a picture of Daniel Kowalski right now, but I'm a fucking idiot and I don't do it. So that's how that goes. Anywho.
Welcome to the wonderful world of Villarreal.
Yep, that's me, kids. Yeah, it is what it is. Trust me, I got to live in this fucking brain.
In the end, it's actually just a selfish ploy of his own to be able to see what he's talking about, knowing that you can't. He gets some sort of fucking trip off of that.
You know what this entire show breaks down to? Me talking into this microphone and getting to hear my own voice in my ears.
Right.
That's really all it is.
Except for when I talk over you because I have something that's way better to say.
Which does occasionally happen. But I have exciting news.
It's exciting and new.
I'm going to put that on you for a task. We need one of those like cool like ding, 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 like breaking news fucking things.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
All right.
I think I already have one.
Probably. We got an email. to the show email.
No,
finally.
that's ESPN.
Yeah,
sorry.
ESPN, yeah. He didn't make a fantastic catch over the fucking wall. Yeah, it's just an email. But let me get in there. D Keys.
Ooh.
D Keys asked 2 questions.
I wonder what the D stands for.
D's nuts. Ooh. I don't know. Sorry, D Keys. I appreciate the email,
brother. Thank you, D Keys, for calling in.
Yeah. Thank you for the email. I'm sorry that I just shit on the first email I got. I'm not shitting on you, brother. I appreciate the email, and I actually really like. Ooh, man. I said I was going to end the show at 9:00, but it is not looking good because I'm going to kill some time on these motherfuckers.
Yeah, we might be 10 over. Who cares?
Yeah, we'll see. I guess.
We should probably shorten the breaks.
I tell you what we can. Let's do this. Here's my proposition. I want to pose these questions. If you can do this from your production aspect, I want to read
my
2
ass
questions.
Point. I can do anything from my ass point.
I know. That's how you got me hooked on this whole thing.
I stay tight when it comes to the ass point. I'm on it.
That's why I show up here every week, guys. But
stop it.
I'm going to read these 2 questions, and then we'll go ahead and take a break because I want to come back and really just hammer through these 2 things. I just used the word hammer way too close to ass point. But anyways, question 1 that was asked by D Keys, who we appreciate very much. Don't forget, the email is villarreal@pimpyk.com. It works. D Keys showed us.
Well, before we do this, let's go ahead and throw that up because I think it's important. I don't think that was the right one, and it wasn't.
Nope. We won't be right back. Nope. There we go.
That'd be it.
We got that. The Twitter, the email,
and coming up next week, we'll definitely have his all new Instagram.
We'll get a link or something to where you can find the Facebook and the Instagram release.
The deal is officially gay. Hit us on Instagram. Sorry.
That hurts. It doesn't. But anyways, so all right. So here's the two questions. We're gonna address these after the break. Question 1: Why is it socially unacceptable to view real gore on the internet, yet watching fake TV shows that feature phony Hollywood gore? Examples given are CSI, Bones, etc. We've all seen them. Forensic Files, all that shit.
Bastard.
Is perfectly fine. The fake stuff looks just as authentic as the real stuff. I agree, and I will happily address that. Question 2: On a scale from 1 to 10, how cheesy is the part Metallica's Enter Sandman when the singer and the child start to pray? Oh, I cannot wait to talk about that for so many reasons.
Tons.
So those are 2 questions submitted by Mr. D. Keys. D. Keys, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for the email. We're going to take a break. I am Villarreal. This is The Deal. That's Pimpy K. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to hammer through these answers.
Are we going to break now?
Yep.
You're listening to The Deal with Villarreal on PMVN Radio.
This is Armageddon News.
To escape war is to dwell upon its horrors.
When life gives you lemons, cut them in half and rub them on your nipples, then charge people to watch. The Deal with Villarreal on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
Welcome back to the Christmas Eve show. It is our last segment. We appreciate you joining us.
Which is New Year's Eve. No, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're not going to stay that long.
All right.
But we left with an email from D Keys. We appreciate the email again. Had 2 questions for us. I'm going to recap real quick. First question, why is it socially unacceptable to review real gore on the internet? Basically, when you have shows like CSI Bones, Forensic Files, there's a shit ton of them. The first 48 is pretty gruesome.
Dexter?
Yeah, Dexter, Of course, the first 48 is real, I guess. But anyways, I see your point. And I agree. There's always been a fascination.
You're telling me Dexter isn't real?
No. Dexter had to go back to the North Pole because he had to make a bunch of toys for the fuck. Anyways,
touche, my friend.
So anyways, I agree with you 100%, D Keys. There's a fascination. It's the same shit when you're driving on the road and there's a car accident. You don't want people to be hurt. You don't want people to be dead.
It's the train wreck adage.
But you can't not look, man. It's fucking inside of us.
Yep.
And on top of that, what upsets me more about it, I think the more that we try to stifle these natural urges we have, I think they manifest themselves in other ways. We just talked earlier about it, some dumb asshole who took a car and ran over 40 fucking people with their kids in the car. So I can't agree more, man. It's a curiosity. It's not that you want things to happen, but the fact of the matter is, if you're watching video of it, it's already happened.
Right.
Nothing you do is going to change it. We all remember there was the Faces of Death.
Right. I grew up watching Faces of Death, and an even better one was Traces of Death because it didn't have the cheesy porno music. It had death metal all the way through it.
The music was weird.
Nothing says let's watch some fucking death scenes like some death metal, man.
But there was also a website, rotten.com. I don't know if that's still around, but
I actually owned stock in them when they went public. They only stayed for about 6 or 7 weeks, but they sent me a roll of stickers and all kinds of shit, T-shirts, nice. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a natural curiosity.
That site hasn't been updated in like 8 years, by the way.
Yeah, I'm surprised Steven's still around, but
there's like Orgish, I think is what it was called. Like there's a bunch of those.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like that.
And if you want to get into what they call like I can't remember the exact phrase, and I'm an IT guy, but the depths of the internet, the deep internet or deep web or whatever.
This is the part of the conversation where we all zone out.
No, I'm just saying if you want to see some fucked up shit, it's out there and it's relatively easy to get to. My thing was, I think the older I got and the more that I realized my own mortality, the less I like to see it.
Oh, that's gotta suck, dude. I'm immortal, so I don't have to worry about that. But that
nice.
is a bummer for you. But yeah. So I
I've
agree.
died 8 times.
D-Keys, cat-like. Not only in
Got
lives,
one left.
Not only in lives, but in reflexes, bitches. But
no cucumbers.
No, oh my God! If you have not gone onto YouTube and searched "cats and cucumbers" compilation, you have not lived life. Trust me, do that shit. But anyways,
now I have another thing to use for cucumbers.
You're getting me off subject, asshole. So back to the question. So I agree. I think that it's fucked up that it's frowned upon or whatever. But you know what? Here's the whole thing. That all goes back to social rules. And here's my thing with social rules. I was never invited to any fucking meeting where we voted on these rules. So the fact that I say fuck is a bad thing. Why is that a bad thing?
Just a word.
It's all it is. My favorite one is shit.
Yeah.
Let me start this by saying shit, 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 shit.
George Carlin has a great
fuck your shit. Shit, fuck yourself. Shit, fucker. Fuck
commentary
shit.
On the cuss words
shit.
And the morality
shit.
of them.
Shit. Well, the reason I like shit is so easily. God damn, I talk.
Just like fuck, talk. It can be used in almost any way possible.
Well, you can. It is 100% documented. There's some theories about fuck. I haven't seen concrete proof on that, but shit is without a doubt proven. That is an acronym. It stands for Ship High in Transit. We used to transport between countries for trade on cargo ships that were wooden. They did not have electricity. They used lanterns. And if you take manure, which was a big commodity because it's used in agriculture to grow things, and you put it underneath the deck of the ship where it's in a closed area and methane builds up and you walk down there with a lantern, you blow the fuck up. Yeah, it's game over. So they would put on the side of it, S period, H period, I period, T period.
Should have had your canary.
High in transit. Yeah, like the canary in the mine thing. But so, god damn, I've gotten so far away. Anyways, my point being.
No, we're still on it.
Yeah. My
You
point
just
being,
talked
these
about
are
someone
social.
getting blown up. That's the
these
same
are,
shit.
But these are my whole thing about the whole subject is that these are social rules that none of us. These are things that we were just. I mean, I was raised and taught them, and I'm glad I was taught to not be a complete psychopath. But it doesn't mean
bullshit
because you are curious about something that is quote unquote socially unacceptable that it's wrong. I don't agree with that at all.
When I was younger, my mom used to say, Kenneth Michael, you're being rude, crude, and socially unacceptable.
And that means you were killing it.
That means I was fucking on it that night.
Yeah, you were money that night. But I mean,
somebody forgot the Ritalin.
It's definitely a situation where there's a happy medium. There's nothing wrong with being curious about the gore stuff. Now, if you go into if you have a child and you go into the room and their walls are plastered with crime scene photos, yeah, maybe time to fucking get a little concerned.
I don't know. Maybe they're looking for a profession.
But a healthy curiosity is not. There's nothing wrong with that. So,
criminal pathology is one of the highest paid jobs in America.
If I could redo my life, I think I would go into forensics.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's fascinating as shit. I watch Forensic Files obsessively. We talked about it before we went on air tonight. I love Forensic Files. I freaking love it. But
you remember that HBO show, The Autopsy? I think it
Oh,
was
yeah.
with
That dude.
with that fat creepy forensic pathologist. Yeah.
That guy's touched some weens. I'm telling you right now, he's touched some dead weens.
He's had to.
Yeah. You get bored. It's cold.
Like Dr. I'm gonna butcher this because it's been so long. So you ever heard the story of Dr. Carl Van Kosen?
Nope, but I hope I'm about to.
He it was like, I guess it was like just post World War II or somewhere in that era, maybe even a little bit later. But he treated patients and stuff with like serious diseases,
right.
terminal diseases, and he fell in love with one of them. So he pretty much stole her body.
Oh shit!
And like would stuff her with flowers and stuff to make her smell better.
I think I have actually.
And then inserted a tube into her vagina so he could continue to have sex with her for years.
Didn't he like stash her in his house or something?
Oh yeah. She was like in a bed. I have heard that actually.
Well,
Dr. Carl Van Kosen.
D-Keys, I hope we addressed the first question, but I'll tell you this. If you have Netflix, there's a documentary about a guy who had a hotel in Chicago during the World's Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Who murdered
H.H. Holmes.
There it is. That's it. I couldn't remember the damn name. H.H. Holmes.
Matter of fact, probably the first known American serial killer.
Yeah, he's a fucking machine. But check that out. You'll enjoy it, man. Appreciate the question. We're going to get... Excuse me.
Great 1800s mustache too. This guy.
This is off subject, but the champagne of beers makes me very burpy.
Does it?
It does. The champagne. Am I saying that right?
The funny thing is, I was talking to a friend tonight, and he's like, "I think I'm just going to go get me some Miller High Life." And then you showed up with it.
Yeah, I did. They were on sale at the Tom. Anywho,
Miller High Life, the champagne of beers.
Now we are on to question 2, which I got giddy when I saw this fucking question. I got giddy about question 2. On a scale from 1 to 10, how cheesy is the part in Metallica's Enter Sandman when the singer and child start to pray? Let me tell you the thing that freaked me out the most about this.
Napster bad, beer good.
I don't know what year Enter Sandman came out. You have the
guess? Black Album. I'm gonna guess that was 89 to 91.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 1991.
Boom!
Nailed it. Fist love. So, first time I heard this song, what freaked me out as a child, I was raised Southern Baptist. So, I was taught a prayer. And that was the exact prayer that I was taught. So,
yeah, of course.
I get introduced to Metallica, and then I hear the prayer that I've been saying in this song, and I was like, what the fuck? So that was kind of awesome.
The weird thing about that is it's considered a bedtime prayer for children.
Yeah.
And you're basically pleading to God to kill you.
No, you're just saying that if he chooses to, take care of me.
I mean, you're pretty much
take care of me
saying,
on the flip side.
Take my soul.
Yeah.
If you're a firm believer, you should want God to take you every day.
That's the greatest reward.
Right. So, yeah. I mean, I understand the prayer completely. However, it has definitely over time gotten a cheesy ring to it.
Well, and it's melodic, so kids can remember it. It's it's catchy.
But it's never been as like, it doesn't have like a creepy background around it, like Ring Around the Rosie or something like that.
Yeah.
So the fact that this metal band,
Ring Around Rosie is one of the most fucking creepy things ever when you fucking discover what that's really about.
It's about the plague.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Search that shit.
Or London Bridge is falling down. That's another fucked up one.
So the next time you see a kid by themselves skipping in a circle and singing that song, you're just like, okay, gotta go.
I'd be more creeped out about the Nightmare on Elm Street one. 1, 2, Freddy's.
Oh yeah,
dude, that still creeps me out to this day.
For you,
dude. I've never had dreams about any other fucking like movie serial killer other than him. He was the one that haunted me. I mean, he was the one that I would get permission to stay up because it was coming up on like TNT up all night and shit.
Now, are we talking wet dreams? Because
Well,
Christian Bale in American Psycho was pretty good.
I don't know, man. Who was
a long
that?
silence.
That was what's her name? She was on Big Love, and she was in the
That was
movie
a weird
Kids.
long
Chloe
silence.
Servini.
Was she in American Psycho?
Yeah, she was the assistant or whatever you call that.
Yeah.
Secretary.
I just loved how giddy he was before he killed everybody.
That was the one bitch he didn't kill. She wasn't hot enough. Because if I was gonna be a serial killer, I would only kill the hot bitches. I don't know that for sure.
I feel like we're gonna get on another topic right now. So, anyways, you want to know how on a scale of 1 to 10, how cheesy the prayer is. This is a 2-part answer, and you know where I'm about to go with this because I teased this before we went on air, but
I don't even remember.
That's good.
I don't listen.
That's
to
the
you.
beauty of us. We don't listen to each other. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how cheesy is it? I'm not gonna super zing them on this for one reason. It's smart. Marketing wise, it's smart. You're putting something that everybody knows in your song. I get that. So for the prayer, I'm going to give them a 1 to 10.
-2.
I'm going to go 6. It's definitely fucking cheesy. You're supposedly these badasses, and I mean, it's like you were talking about the Flash cartoons where James Hatfield was like a fucking steroided up, and then
Camp Chaos.
Lars,
it was the Camp Chaos Napster bad cartoons.
Yeah. Lars was a fucking annoying monkey out of a Japanimation cartoon.
And the funny thing is, they always carried big bags of money.
Yeah.
It was like, I want you to come to our. Lars would be like, I want you to come to our concert, and then you can spend like $800,000 on a T-shirt, $10,000 on a ticket. It was
hoping
the truth, dude. It was about NFL ticket prices to go see Metallica at the height of their game.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay anything, but I don't know, D Keys. I hope I'm not going to offend you with this answer. I probably am, but I'm not a big Metallica fan. I have a mad respect for everyone in Metallica except for Lars.
I can't see a Metallica fan sending that question in, quite frankly.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But I like to cover myself sometimes. But the members of Metallica are very musically trained. They're intelligent, very good people, which is why they picked fucking Lars as a drummer is a mystery to me. I've never understood it. I was telling Pimpy K before we went on air. As a drummer, me and my other drummer buddies, we used to love playing every lick that Lars played to a T, even adding stuff to it. And then it got really boring about the time I hit like 7th, 8th grade. And I was like, okay, I'm ready for something more challenging because Lars is a terrible drummer.
And then you moved on to like Cradle of Filth.
Terrible.
Because that guy's fucking amazing.
Oh, you want to see amazing? Here, do this for you. If you're a drummer or you like drums, go on to YouTube. I want you to search Tony Royster Jr. Pure Energy Solo. I literally watched that for the first time. A drummer buddy brought it to me. I watched it, did not touch a drumstick for like 6 months. I was like, there's no point me ever touching a drumstick again.
Jizzed in your pants?
He was like 19 or some shit when he did it.
Oh, yeah.
He's a fucking animal.
I see. If you go on YouTube, there's like 7 and 8 year olds that can shred on the drums better than just about anybody ever.
Well, see, I'm the dick that somebody else seemed to go, oh, Chad, you're a drummer. Look at this video. And it's like 7-year-old playing Wipeout. And I'm like, that kid sucks. Okay, number one, his tempo is fucking terrible. Number two, his technique is shit.
And he's like, 7. He should know better by now.
He's 7. I'm like, I don't give a shit. If you're gonna fucking put yourself out there, then I'm gonna judge you like everybody
obviously
else.
His fucking parents put him out there.
Yeah, his parents are assholes, and they're probably trying to cash in on his ass. But anyways, so I'm gonna give them a 6 for the prayer. I'm gonna give them a 14.5 for hiring Lars as a fucking drummer.
Oh, the higher the worst.
Yeah. We're going higher the worst.
Okay, well now the 6 makes more sense.
There you go. So
and
they
that is the deal.
Actually, I'm gonna change that. They're gonna get the 6, being the least cheesy, 10 being the most cheesy. I'm gonna give them let's go 5. I'm gonna give them a 5 for the prayer. I'm gonna change the Lars vote.
36.
What's the highest known number? Isn't it like a Googlean or something?
The infinity symbol.
I don't know. He's a fucking rejected tennis player like his father, and he can fuck off, and he sucks at drums. Anywho, that's just my theory on the matter.
D-Keys, please send in better questions because this just didn't work.
D-Keys, I love your questions, brother. We appreciate you.
Good questions.
We appreciate it, and we know who you are, Victor. We know who you are.
We know who you are.
Wait, was she?
We know where you sleep.
Wait, I think I have a Buffalo Bill impression in me from Silence of the Lambs. Ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Wait, was she a great big fat person? That's not bad. Not
that
terrible.
was horrible.
Okay, fuck
From
it.
the cheesy scale,
Okay, on the cheesy scale, I give myself up there with Lars.
Yeah,
Fuck
no, not quite that high. I was gonna go about 8. I was gonna go about 8.5 on that.
Fuck it. Just play the fucking walking thing over and over again. Jesus Christ.
It'll be like that website that had what's his name, the big fish-looking guy from Star Wars, Colonel or General.
Oh yeah. You're talking about Star Trek?
No, not Star Trek. Star Wars. No? General, whatever. It's the guy that says it's a trap, but it plays the wave over and over again.
Oh,
only
yes,
about
yes.
half a second in between. So when you go, it's an infinite loop, and it's like it's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap. It's the best fucking website ever, and that dude monetized it and made like $6 million.
That baby, that's the.
And that's all it was a picture of General Fish guy and that wave.
Guy, and that is the American way. That's why Vladimir Putin and the Russian people will eventually come over here and just punch us all in the face to death, while this giant, obese, Cheeto-stained finger. His dick is probably Cheeto-stained from transfer.
I say bullshit. I say if you look at the analytics, that thing was to make that much money. That thing was internationally.
Oh, no, they like watching it over there, but we've got the shit fuck that's fucking doing it, who hasn't left his couch in 12 years.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that means you can be a fat, nasty slob and still be successful.
And to that guy.
Only in America.
And to that
Only
guy, make sure you search
America.
Beer Me, beer delivery service. Maybe get him to pick you up some hot wings. On the main stage, we've got candy. Anyways. All right, so.
Is this going to be a digression?
No. We're going to wrap it up right now, guys.
Oh, no.
So here's the things you need to do to entertain yourself and your family until Monday when we come back to see you again.
Cats and Cucumbers.
Cats and Cucumbers compilation. That is your search on YouTube. Tony Royster Jr., Pure Energy Solo. Trust me, it's fucking amazing. Find the longest one you can find and watch it. Lars Ulrich,
and the most important homework for anybody viewing right now would be to think of a question or a topic and send that motherfucker in.
Social media. We've got Twitter at Chad Villy. Chad Villarreal on Facebook. Search for the Deal logo. That's the fist with the deal on it. Instagram, Chad Villarreal, no space. Also look for the Deal logo, which is right on your screen right now. The email on your screen, villarreal@pimpyk.com. We have a voicemail number you can call and leave questions on. If you'd prefer to have your name not mentioned on air, just tell us. We'll absolutely respect that. But Pimpy K, I'm looking at the time, and I'm looking when we want to wrap this thing up.
And the cool thing is, if you forget any of this information, one, you can either come back and fucking just view it on the show, or you can just go to pimpyk.com.
That's the mothership, bitches. But I got to hear the walking thing one more time. Then let's get the fuck out.
All right. You want to end the show with the walking theme? Is that what
we're ending the show? Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Spank Your Fucking Rabbit Day. Whatever the fuck it is you do. Enjoy it. Enjoy your people.
Walking. You're listening to The Deal with Villarreal on Pimpy K's Multiverse Network. It's a good show. You should listen to it. If you don't, you're doing it wrong, and I'll have to drive to your house, knock on your door, beat your kids, and stab you in the face with a soldering iron. So listen to the fucking show and have a good night.